Well, believe it or not, it's been quite some time since we've seen summer gas prices this low. In fact, all the way back to 2004, a time when the Cubs were obviously much more terrible than today. Motorists have saved $18 billion over the course of the summer versus just a year ago, and we thought that was terrific, but far removed from the prices of the early decade when gas prices were well into $3 a gallon territory for Labor Day.
And although this is a very short-term perspective, between the end of August and the Labor Day weekend, things can tend to tick up a bit. Is that right?
Yeah, surprisingly, of the last 10 years, the national average has actually declined going into Labor Day weekend between the end of August and Labor Day. So what we're seeing now is a gentle uptick in the national average, but the good news is that as we progress through the weekend, we'll start to see more and more states actually begin declining, and then beginning next week after the holiday, gas prices really should start stumbling a bit more.
What kind of time lag is there normally, Patrick, in terms of when we see moves in Brent and WTI and it feeding through to the pumps? Because although August was overall a strong month for WTI, the last week we've seen quite a significant sell-off.
Yeah, that's right. It really depends on the magnitude of the shifts in WTI and Brent, depending on how much of a lag time there is at the pump. And we started to see a real strong uptick at the pump about a week after WTI started surging close to $50 a barrel. But the stronger the lift in oil prices, the quicker you generally see that hitting the pump. And so right now the national average is really caught up. It's priced in at about $49 for WTI. And so now as WTI has fallen back to about 45, there is some downward room expected at the pump as those lower oil prices soon catch up at the gas pump.
And so, Patrick, it's been a good summer at the pump. You're hopeful that lasts through to Labor Day for consumers. What about the outlook for the rest of the year and factor in the election for us? Is that something that's likely to move gas prices?
Well, as we progress into the fall months, just like gas prices spring forward in the spring, we fall back in the fall. Much of the nation will be going back to cheaper winter gasoline as of mid-September. That's going to put some downward pressure on gas prices. So, too, will the drop in demand that generally happens after Labor Day. So we're going to have a lot of downward pressure on gas prices that should last much of the autumn. In fact, the national average will likely drop back under $2 a gallon by perhaps Halloween, maybe as late as Thanksgiving if there's a disruption via hurricane, but it's looking fairly good for the rest of the year.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.